Expressing your emotions, feelings, or opinions in English isn't always easy. And sometimes when you try to do it, you feel like you sound like a robot, cold, mechanical, and not very natural. But don't worry, that's completely normal. When we start learning a language, we first learn how to communicate, ask questions, answer, survive, and function in daily life. But very quickly, we want something more. We want to sound warmer, more natural, more spontaneous. In other words, we want to stop sounding like a grammar book and start sounding like a real person. So today, I'm going to show you 5 simple phrases that native speakers use all the time. And these phrases can transform your English from correct but flat to natural, alive, and emotional. So let's begin. Phrase 1. Many learners often say, I like, and yes, that's correct, but most native speakers would say, I'm really into. This means I really like this. I'm really interested in this. I'm really into photography these days. I'm really into Korean dramas lately. Why is this better? Because it sounds more emotional and more human. Compare these 2 sentences. I like music. Okay, it gives information, but I'm really into music right now. Now you can feel emotion and personality. Now let's talk about gratitude. Many learners say, thank you very much. Again, that's correct. But native speakers often say, thank you. It really means a lot to me. This is perfect when someone helps you, when someone supports you, or makes an effort for you. For example, thank you for listening. It really means a lot to me. This sentence sounds warmer and more sincere. Phrase 3, here's another very common native phrase. I really appreciate it. This means, thanks, I truly value this. It's stronger than a simple thanks. It shows, I see your effort. I recognize your kindness. I'm touched. For example, thanks for staying late. I really appreciate it. Or, I appreciate your help so much. See the difference? This creates a real emotional connection. Phrase 4. Now let's talk about opinions. Many learners say, in my opinion. Yes, it's correct, but sometimes it sounds a little too formal or stiff. Native speakers often say, honestly, or to be honest. For example, honestly, I needed this break. Or, to be honest, I'm a bit nervous. These phrases sound more personal, more real, more natural. Phrase 5, the most powerful of all, I feel like. This means I think, I have the feeling that. Why is this phrase so useful? Because it adds emotion automatically. For example, I feel like we need more time. I feel like something's wrong. I feel like I'm improving a lot lately. This phrase makes your English sound softer, more natural, and more human. So let's review the 5 phrases. I'm really into. It really means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. To be honest, honestly, I feel like. If you start using just one of these phrases every day, your English will begin to change. Not only your grammar, but your connection with people. Because you can speak perfect English, but if there are no emotions, your English can still sound very cold. So remember, language is not only about words. It's about being able to express yourself, your opinions and feelings. Thank you for watching. And to go one step further, watch also the video in which we show you how to overcome the fear of speaking English with 4 practical and simple strategies. Bye.